Hopefully you can hear me. So today is the day of my housewarming party, and I've been panic doing stuff at the last minute since 6 a.m. But I think everything is finally ready. I have everything set on the table. The scones are cooling off. I have all of my drink options and stuff prepared. The walkway is clear, and I believe my little helper will be here pretty soon, so I'm just gonna get some last minute stuff done before she gets here to help me get everything set up. But I think we're doing good so far. Finally, using up some of this cinnamon paraphernalia from my birthday, so that's what everybody's gonna be eating on. I think that's it for now. I, of course, am gonna change because I look very not ready to host guests. So I'm gonna wait till my helper gets here, and then when she's here, I'll run upstairs, get dressed. I think I just heard my phone go off. I'm gonna start getting ready now. Here's what we got going on so far. I put the scones out, I put the sandwiches, I have the simple syrup, I got everybody's silly little Sanrio plates, and now I'm gonna dip into all of the tea stuff and get everybody a teacup and a couple of my teapots so that I can have hot water ready for whatever anybody wants to drink. My blender is clean, so if anyone wants to have a frozen drink, I can do that. Sorry if you hear Dance Gavin Dance blasting in the background. I needed the music to calm me down a little bit because I started stressing. But so far, everything is looking good. I'm very happy with, oh, my hair bow isn't very centered, but that's okay. Everyone is on their way over, so I'm just trying to do some last minute getting ready. I have someone outside like mowing the line as we speak because I was like, please. Now I don't know where people are gonna park, but people are gonna start heading over here soon. So I'm just gonna finish getting ready, and then once people start arriving, I will try and update. Okay, so I just got back from doing a bunch of car work. Like I got my oil changed, I got new coolant, I got new brakes. My I was driving very dangerously until now, but we're gonna look past that. Everything's up to date now. It's almost noon. It's basically noon, so I'm about to eat and then shower and then do my skincare and stuff, and then slowly start getting ready. And then while I'm doing my skincare and slowly getting ready, I'm gonna yell about seeing Jiluka for the first time live 2 days ago. And it was amazing, and I really need to talk about it some more because I've annoyed everybody in my life, and so now it's time to annoy people digitally as well. So I will see you once I have food. Hello, I come to you, my skincare complete, my shower complete, my eating complete, and I'm currently blasting Jiluka in the background. Let me actually turn it down a little bit. It's for my ears only, not for the camera. I'm pretty much done getting ready as far as like all of my prep before doing my makeup and stuff. I still have a few hours before I head out. So I'm going to talk about when I went to see Jiluka yesterday. Was it yesterday? No, it was Thursday. I saw them Thursday and it was really fun. I got to go. I didn't go with my friends. My friends met up with me at the venue, but I got there a little bit before they opened the doors, and then I got inside. It was at Scout Bar. I really like Scout Bar. That was only my second time at that venue. My first time there was when I saw Movements back in like 2021. So this was my first time back there in like 5 years, and it was Jiluka headlining. I missed them last year when they were opening for Imminence, I believe. I didn't get to see them that time around, but I'm glad I got to see them on their second tour, and this time they were headlining, so that was really cool. So I got there just as they were opening the doors, so I got a really good spot standing. I really liked the court that I wore, but I wish I didn't have the shoes that I was wearing. I decided to wear the Meta Stripper heels, and it's cute for the outfit, but it's not cute for the pit. And I was getting my ass whooped in the pit. I'm gonna be so real with you. I did fall. I fell one time, but thankfully, people that mosh, they understand. Like, if someone falls, you help them up. So I got helped up pretty quickly, but I was like, damn, I wasn't even in a pit, and I got smacked to the ground. That's what I get for wearing stripper heels to a metal concert. But anyway, I got there, got a good place in the crowd, and then Scout Bar is pretty small, so no matter where you're standing, you have an amazing view of the stage, and everybody is like in your face. Like, I'm looking at the members like this, like they're in my face, I'm in theirs. But the first opener was Mirror Cell, and this was their first date on this leg of the tour. It was Mirror Cell's first day on the tour, and What Lies Below as well. I try not to look into openers before the concert so that I can get like my first impression in real time, seeing them live. That's how I've discovered a lot of bands that I enjoy. But I was very pleasantly surprised and had a great time for both openers. First was Mirror Cell, and they give me like the sort of melodic metalcore vibes, almost like Linkin Park, where we're doing singy, screamy over like really nice harmonies sort of music. It was good, and then after that, whenever the band is like, "We'll be at the merch table," I will also be at the merch table. So I went my happy self over, and I got a T-shirt and their vinyl because it's a really pretty colorway. It's green and it has like glitter in it. It's very pretty. And so I was chit chatting with the lead singer because he was the one that was at the merch table. And he was like, "Man, I'm so severely underdressed. I had no idea people were going to be dressed to the tens in the crowd tonight." And I was like, "Yeah, expect that for the rest of the tour. You're traveling with a Visual K band. So the J Fashion girlies are going to show out." So that was funny. I also got 2 free stickers from them. So I got my stuff, and by that time, my friends had arrived, and so thankfully one of my friends had a table, so I was able to like set my items down because I was very scared that my vinyl was gonna get snapped in half in the crowd if I had to carry it with me. So I was able to set my items on the table, and then after I stopped by Miracell's booth, I went to Jiluka's booth, and I got photo cards, not photo cards. Oh my gosh, K-pop brain. I got Polaroids and the tote bag from them. And I managed to get my favorite members, which is really cool. More on that later, though, because my favorite member got switched up. I got grabbed by the scruff live in concert in real time. But I got those items and I took that over to the table as well, chit chatted with my friends a little bit. And then when What Lies Below was getting on stage, I went back over to my spot in the crowd. I had made a friend, her and her friend had drove down from, where did they say? I think she said they came down from Arkansas, and I was like, y'all are dedicated. She said it was a 9 hour drive down, and I was like, ooh, I've done that before for a concert, so I get it. But also, it never feels good. It feels good when you're there. It doesn't feel good coming or going though. So I was standing with her and her friend in the crowd. What Lies Below came out, and they were so good. They were so good. Just straight, very just like straightforward metalcore, screamy screams, heavy breakdowns, all my favorite delicious food, wonderful live set. That is when I was being the guard, trying to keep the mosh pit from like seeping any further into the crowd. So I was like the one pushing people back in. Uh, but I wasn't paying attention at one point, and someone bumped me, and I'm in like 5 inch heels, so I toppled over. It was the way I fell was very slow and dramatic, so that also made me feel embarrassed. I toppled over like a sad anime girl, fucking damsel in distress, but they helped me back up, so it's okay. Nobody noticed the transgression. They finished up, and I was like, that was really good. And the lead singer was like, we'll be at the merch booth. And I'm like, I will be too. So I made my way over. Anytime I get to chit chat with a member of the band or like the lead singer or something, I try to do so just because those opportunities are pretty rare, especially as a band gets more popular. Those sort of interactions get like paywalled. You have to do like VIP or something, and then you're not even able to have as much time to chit chat with them. It's sort of like if you end up doing VIP, you have to go, you do your little hello, whatever, you take your picture, and then you shuffle on. While I'm still able to have those sort of interactions with bands, I try to do so as often as I can. I go over, and I was in line, and there was a lady in front of me, and we were chit chatting. I was also handing out stickers. My friend and I had both made stickers to hand out in the crowd for the concert, so we were doing that as the night progressed. But I was chit chatting with the lady in line, and there was a dude in front of her, and the dude had asked for a picture, and the lead singer was like, "Yeah," and they took a picture together. And so me and the lady were like, "I'll take your picture if you take my picture." And so we had that agreement already in place because we didn't know that was a an option that you could take. So it was her next in line, and she went up, bought her merch, and asked for a photo. And he was like, "Yeah." And so I got her phone, and I was like, so I got her photos, and then she went off to the side, and I was like, "Yes, perfect." And so I went up, and I was, "Hello, hello," and he was, "Oh, hello," and I was, "Y'all were so good." I just like blah 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 blah. I just be chit chatting with people. And I was like, "Y'all were so good. That was really great. 10 out of 10. Ooh, this vinyl's pretty." So another pretty vinyl purchase was made. So I got that vinyl, more free stickers, and this T-shirt. And it has a bigger design on the back, but I'm not wearing pants, so I'm not gonna stand up or even try and turn around. So you'll just have to take my word for it. It has a design on the back. So I was getting all my merch, and he rang me up, and I was like, "Okay, thank you. Can I have a photo?" And he was like, "Yeah." And so he comes down, and he was also like, "Man, everybody's dressed up." And I was like, "Yeah, visual K band, everybody's gonna be dressed up." And so we took our photo. Thank you, Miss Lady, who was in line. And so it's so funny because I'm like head to toe. I'm wearing Lolita, and he's just like fresh off stage, so he's just like in t-shirt and jeans and sneakers. So it's like who was taking a photo with who. It's so funny to look at the picture and see like my overdressed ass and him. And it reminds me of my friend got to meet, I believe, Tom Holland at a Comic Con a few years ago, and she was also wearing Lolita. And in the photo, it's like, were you there for him, or or were you the person, the special guest being greeted? Because she's dressed like head to toe, over the top, and he's just like dressed casually. And so in the photo, it's like, who's the special guest? No one would know. So that was funny. Now I have a photo like that as well. And so I wrapped up, dropped off more of my merch. My friends were like, "Girl," and I'm like, "Don't say anything." And so I dropped all of that off at the table, and then it was finally time for Jiluka to come on stage. So I scurried back into the crowd, and everybody was coming out. They did their little one by one intro, and then they started, and I was like, we were all having a good time, and I'm ready, right? I have my phone. I'm ready to record Senna because I finally get to see pink hair and legs in real life. I've been waiting for this moment for who knows how many years. So I was ready. Phone perched perfectly to record him, and that's what I was doing. I'm recording Senna, right? But I'm scanning all of the members, and I look over at Boogie, and so it's just me. I'm recording Senna, but I'm over here because I'm like, I knew they were beautiful, but I did not know that he was that beautiful in real life. And I felt myself like falling apart and reforming all over again because I was like, Sinna is the reason I even know about the band. Before I knew about Jiluka, I saw Sinna going viral. To nobody's surprise, gorgeous pink hair, legs out 25'8", you know. And so it was because of me coming across him being like, oh, gorgeous Visual K band member, finding the band from there. So it was very interesting for me to, in real time, feel myself shift from one band member being my favorite to the other. And so, in the course of the 90-minute ish set, I converted over to being a boogie girl. I love you. I love you, Senna. I am so sorry. Uh, I don't know what to say. And so for the rest of the concert, I'm like all over the stage. I'm like, wow, 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 wow. And then I would just, and all I hear in my brain is, you know, this song in Tomodachi Life when your me is like falling in love. That was me the rest of the concert. I was just like, wow, wow. And he's like tearing it up on the bass. Another plus. You don't get a lot of praise from like bass players very often, so props to Boogie being bass player representation. And I was just losing my mind the whole concert. And the girl that I was standing next to, her favorite is Zayn, the drummer. And when he finally had came to the front and was just like woo, like hyping up the crowd, she was like wah! So I got a clip of him coming to the front, and I sent it to her on Instagram later on, and she was like, "Thank you so much because I didn't even think to capture that." Um, and so that was fun, like making a friend in the crowd and us like exchanging our faves, like footage that we got of each other's faves to one another after the concert. That was really fun. They were amazing, needless to say, right? And I was able at one point to weasel further into the crowd and make my way to the left of the stage where Boogie was. So I went from just like looking fondly from the comfortable spot I was at to him being like right in my face. So I was just like, wow, wow. And I feel if you listen closely to any of the footage that I just got a bunch of little clips. I didn't record like too much at all, but I feel like you can hear me going, wow, wow. Because I did that like so many times. I was just like in awe the entire time. I even switched my lock screen. I got this beautiful picture of him, head back, Ariana Grande ponytail dangling, tongue out. And I was like, yeah, 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 yeah. That's the new lock screen, y'all. That's gotta be the new lock screen. Um, So I managed to capture that. Wow. I got merch from all three bands. Wow. My feet were actually falling off like I was a Bratz doll by the end of the concert, but I managed to make it home in one piece. I was able to return my friend's Tupperware from the housewarming party that was a couple weeks ago, so that's great. And I was able to make it there and back home without any problems, thankfully. Like, I arrived and departed safely. And then I had to go to work on that Friday, so that was lame. But I've been riding the high of that concert ever since, and I cannot shut up about it. I cannot shut up about it. I was after the concert, me and my friends were blah 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 blah, sharing each other's concert footage and talking about the band all over again. We were doing that all into Friday. I made I made a stupid little edit of one of the clips I have of Boogie, and I put like a heart around him, and I put the Tomodachi falling in love music. And I was like, I'm too embarrassed to post this on Instagram, so I'm gonna put it in the group chat. And I was like, I feel insane right now. I haven't felt this level of oops. I got a fangirl for the next couple weeks about a band or a particular band member in a long time. I think the last time I was this like far gone was after I saw the Gazette in what was that, 2018 or 2019. After that concert, I was the same way. I was like, Rookie, la 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 la, for like weeks. I was obnoxious, but thankfully I'm in a group chat with two other people that are equally as obnoxious about this band and other like Visual K as a whole. So I don't feel like I'm bothering anybody. All three of us are the same level of Delulu right now, and it's wonderful. So I've been doing that in between getting ready. Like I did my skincare and then I was blah 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 to my friends. I was sitting back letting the skincare absorb and I was blah 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 to my friends. I wish there was more content of them, like interviews and stuff online. It's really difficult. I don't know if I have to search it. I don't know how to find it because I don't know if it's because of a regional block. You know how Japan is with everything. I don't know if it's a regional lock. I don't know if I gotta search for them with my Japanese keyboard instead of English. I don't know if there's just like not content out there of them like that, but they've been around for so long, like 2015, right? 2013 even. So I'm like, please, can I have some food? So I've just been scouring, looking at clips wherever I can. I found Senna's Instagram page, so I've been like, that's what's been feeding me the past couple hours. And that's probably what I'm gonna end up doing once I finish wrapping up this clip, is go and watch a couple vlogs on his channel. But that's where I am, like mentally, physically, emotionally right now. I'm still at Scout Bar with my feet throbbing, listening to Jiluka live. And you know, that's where I want to be mentally, so that's what's keeping me happy as I get ready for my cousin's birthday party. And that's what's going to keep me going until I'm ready to leave for my cousin's birthday party. So I will be checking back in when I'm getting ready to go to that because I want to do like my full outfit reveal. I wouldn't call it a reveal, but I'll show off my outfit. It's baby's first Mugler dress, and I did destroy it. I feel people would say I destroyed this dress. I don't feel that I destroyed it. I just made it more wearable. I put grommets into it so I could corset lace the back. It's a cute dress, but I wanted it to be a little more edgy, and I paid for it, so I don't care how people feel about me modifying it. It's mine and I'm not getting rid of it, you know? So that's what I'm gonna wear tonight. I'm still trying to decide what makeup look I'm gonna do. I'm trying to not be too alt because the theme is cocktail. I don't really understand how to do a proper cocktail attire outfit because I either dress too much or too little. So I'm trying to find an even balance. And I don't think that dark, dramatic, smoky black eyeliner and eyeshadow is hitting that middle ground. So I'm gonna try and like dial it back a little bit to be more on theme. But my whole outfit is like black and silver, so maybe I'll end up doing something along those lines as far as my makeup goes. No black lipstick. I have to like force myself to not wear black lipstick, and that's going to be difficult, but I have brown lipstick to bring it back into the neutral ground. So I think I'll do that instead. Y'all got to hold me to it though, cuz I don't really trust myself to not slap on some black lipstick. I think that's all I have to update so far, and I'll check back in when I'm like getting ready to go so that I can show the outfit and however my makeup ends up turning out. So I'll catch y'all in another couple hours. Okay, here is the final makeup. I'm very shiny because it's a little hot upstairs, but did my makeup. Here are the choker I decided on. If you hear Jacksepticeye in the background, please ignore it. I have the Mugler dress on. My mom helped me lace into it because I cannot do this shit on my own. Feeling very cute, feeling very cunty, especially with the claws. I already lost one, so I don't know if they're gonna make it to the to the function or not. But I do like how they look right now. So I'm gonna take a few pictures while they're still surviving, and then if they pop off, they pop off, you know? So that's everything so far. I'm backing up so you can try and see the whole dress. Or I can be smart and have you look through the mirror. I know how to use this camera that I've had for 3 years. So here is the dress. Very cute. I'm trying to not show my feet. Very, very pretty. Love the lace up detail. Love the little bow. Feeling very would you consider this cocktail? Probably not. But that's what we're going with. This is what I'm considering to be a cocktail attire. No one but the birthday girl can tell me otherwise, and I don't think that she would. So I'm all done. I just have to slap on my shoes and head over there. I'm not bringing my camera with me because I want to like enjoy the time. I'll probably take pictures or record a little bit on my phone, so I'll like splice the footage in. But until then, I will see y'all after. Look at the state that I left the fucking bathroom in. Okay, I'm gonna organize this a little bit, and then I will do a debrief. Hello. Let's get unready together. I gotta scrub my face off and also organize everything. I left the bathroom in shambles and then just left. But I had a good time. I'll probably, I don't know if I will or not, but I'll probably splice a little bit of footage from tonight into the video. Don't hold me to it, I probably won't. But I'm a very lazy editor, I apologize. I had a really good time though. It was nice seeing family, catching up with people I haven't seen in like a few months or even a year. A lot of this side of my family I don't get to see very often because a lot of them moved either out of the city or out of the state. So it's really special that I get to see them during these sort of occasions. And I was very excited to, of course, celebrate my big cousin's 30th birthday. That's a huge milestone. I'm so happy to see her grow into such a beautiful young woman, you know? And I'm right behind her. I'm very excited. I'm so ready to be, just like she said, like the 20s were ghetto. I'm very excited to be in my 30s era. So it was nice being able to see everybody and catch up, hang out, have fun, take pictures. I have a few cute little, I'll go get them. I have cute little keepsakes that I got. Ignore the fact that I'm listening to the intro to Go For It Nakamura-kun. This song is really good and I have it playing on loop to keep myself happy while I'm getting unready. But I got these cute keepsakes. They're like little photos that I got to take. So I'll hold them up one at a time so you can see. I got this one. Very cute, very cute. You can see yourself in the reflection. And then I got this one. So cute. Very old Hollywood looking. I love it. And they're sort of metallic. They're very cool. I really am happy with them. And I thought that was such a cute little keepsake from the party. So I got there with no problems. The venue was a lot closer than I thought. I didn't have to travel as far as I thought I was gonna have to, which is always a great thing. I didn't really drink. I had one drink at the very beginning of the night, and the party was 4 hours, so by the time, and I was drinking water throughout, so no unsafe traveling was done on my part. Give me a second, I gotta scrub this lipstick off. Do you see this? This was a brown lipstick. Do you see how hot pink it is? I don't know why it comes off like that, but whatever. So I got there super early. I thought that I was arriving on time, but it turns out what was on the digital invitation versus what was in the text message updates, it was a 30-minute difference. So I was going off of the text message update time frame because those were the updates we were getting more frequently. So I thought that that was the correct time to arrive, which was 8. But on the digital invitation, it said 8:30. And so I was like, okay, well, just to play it safe, I'll get there at 8. I don't want to be weirdly late or something, you know? And so I didn't want to get there at a weirdly late time. So I just arrived at 8. And when I got there, I was like, ooh, I don't actually know where I'm supposed to go. Because I've been to this hotel's ballroom before, but it was years ago. I didn't know where I was supposed to go anymore. I asked the valet and they were like, ooh, girl, I'm not sure. And so that valet asked the other valet, and then that valet was like, yeah, you go upstairs, you cross this bridge and then you go upstairs. And I was like, oh, okay, I can do that. So I made my way over, and then I was still confused because I didn't see anybody and there was no signage outside of the ballroom that was like, come here for birthday, blah, 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 or anything like that. I was like, hey, where do I go? I open the door and I go in and I'm like, hey, hello. There was 3 people right there, right? It was this lady, this dude behind a desk, and then this other guy who was, I find out later, a guest. But I was like, hello, I'm a little lost. Where do I need to go for the party? And they were like, oh, you're in the right spot. And I was like, oh, okay, it doesn't feel like it. It does not feel like it right now. I need another. So I was like, oh, I'm in the right spot. Okay. Well, I guess I'm gonna meander around because no one's here. And so me and the one guy started talking. We were just chit-chatting. And he was explaining that he came in from Dallas for the party, and I was like, oh, just having small talk, oh, did you have a safe trip in? How are you enjoying your stay so far? All that kind of stuff. I know that there's a sort of discourse online sometimes about the tedium of small talk. I don't necessarily feel that way all the time. I do feel that sometimes, do we really have to talk about the weather or traffic or such topics? Or can we just stop pretending that we want to have this conversation and just part ways or something like that, you know? I understand that sort of Gen Z discourse. I hear people mostly say that it's Gen Z that has that problem, and I'm technically Gen Z, so I'm here to say that I don't always feel that way. I do feel that way sometimes, hey, shut up. I don't want to talk about that. Let's either not talk at all or have an actual conversation about something else. But we were just chit-chatting. That was a long tangent. I'm sorry. We were just chit-chatting about the trip and what all the plans were on each other's end for the birthday weekend and all that. And I was explaining that my social battery is at 42% right now because, I was talking about earlier to y'all, I had went to a concert on Thursday, and I stupidly decided that I would wear the same Meta stripper heels that I wore to see Jiluka to this birthday party, because why care about my feet, you know, truly, when I can instead speed run arthritis, amputation, something negative happening to my feet. Why wear comfy shoes when I can fuck my feet up at an astronomical rate, you know? For the sake of the outfit, I had to. I did not have to do that, but I did. So I was explaining that I'm kind of pushing myself right now because I am jumping from one social function to another, and then I have an entirely different social function tomorrow on Sunday that turned into two. So come Monday, I'm gonna be irritable like a toddler. I was explaining all of that, and he was like, girl, same, because I'm doing all of this, and then I gotta go to work on Monday. And I was like, me too. This is so sad. Why do we do this to ourselves? Like, I'm having a good time, but also I'm not gonna have a good time forever. Just making choices. Not great ones, but making choices. And I'm thinking, okay, the conversation is going fine. Like, I'm not getting any weird signals or anything. Hard foreshadowing. But I was like, okay, this is fine. Like, his mannerisms and everything was giving like, and I don't mean to like profile anyone or be sort of judgmental. I don't think I'm being judgmental. Just kind of like, okay, I'm picking up like a certain vibe, and you know, that's fine. We can chop it up as we are right now. Everything was chill throughout the night. The birthday girl finally came out around like 9-ish, and we were like, woo! Everybody's celebrating her. We sang happy birthday, we were dancing. After that, wandering about back and forth, I took photos with all of my family that was present, so that was very nice. My cousin's mom told me about the family only barbecue that's happening tomorrow, so I definitely want to stop by and do that, especially since my mom wasn't able to come to the party tonight. I want her to be able to celebrate the birthday girl as well, because I know that my mom misses her. So I want them to be able to see each other. So I am gonna go and do that tomorrow, but I'm not I'm not gonna stay very long. I don't have it in me. The birthday girl came out, blah blah blah. We were all celebrating, dancing, having a good time. The food was really good too. I don't know if it was like third-party catering or if it was provided by the venue, but the food was really good. The birthday cake this year was chocolate, and I think like mint chocolate. I don't think it was mint chocolate. I think it was just a chocolate cake, and the frosting had like crumbles of chocolate in it, which was very good. So that was fun. And then I saw a lot of family that I haven't seen in a long time, like I said. Throughout the night, throughout the whole party, me and this person we would just like reconnect and start chit-chatting once again. I was under the impression that it was a shared like introversion. I found the person that is safe, so I will continue to like talk with this one safe person I found in the crowd, sort of thing. That's how I was reading it, because that's how I am when I go to these sort of functions. It's hard to stick with the birthday girl because the birthday girl has to go and mingle with everybody. We're all gathered here for her, so she has to, you know, mingle with everyone. So while that is happening, I am like bouncing between like family members, like hello, blah 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 blah, and I'm doing that because I don't know a lot of the people at the party. So me and this person that had also arrived early that I was talking about earlier would just be like, oh, there you are again. And so we would just like blah 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 to one another throughout the night. And like I said, I had marked them as safe in my brain because I was like, okay, I'm getting a certain vibe from this person, from like how we are interacting with one another and everything. And I'm like, okay, the conversation isn't getting strange or anything. Like there was nothing to make me think that, I don't know, the person and I don't know how to go about talking about this clearly, not getting any vibes that the person was attracted to me or anything like that. I just thought that we were gravitating towards one another because like introverted person to introverted person, and we were like talking about music, EDM, all of this sort of stuff. Music and EDM as if those aren't synonymous, but talking about music, concerts, stuff like that. And I was like, okay, we have music genres and certain artists in common. That's always a good time, you know? Do y'all care what products I was using? I don't think you do, but I'll tell you anyway. I used this cleansing balm. Do the influencer hand. And then that was my first face wash. And then I used this one from Claire's. It's a foaming cleanser. I used that next. And then I used this Claire's toner on a cotton pad. And then I use this Claire's night hydration cream. I think it's cool because it's blue. That's kind of, don't tell anybody, but that's the only reason I bought it. It was because it was blue and I thought that was fun. And now I'm using these toner pads. It's the pink container, but it's the niacinamide, the blue pack, as the replacement because I ran out of the pink collagen ones. And I thought instead of buying a full brand new container, I'll just buy the refill and put it in here. But I'm really low. I gotta buy more soon. Heart tangent, you don't care. Sorry. Back to the story. But so I wasn't getting a particular vibe from this person from our conversation or their like mannerisms or anything that there was any sort of like attraction to me. And I am someone who does not have men in her everyday life. I worked very hard to to have my life line up like that, if I'm being honest with you. Not that I like took the necessary time to nix every male that was not a relative out of my life one at a time or anything like that. I have a full femme slash AFAB sort of friend group. Like all my friends are somewhere on the girly pop spectrum, and so all of them are queer and are either in woola relationships or actively not seeking relationships with men, like seeking relationships with other women and femmes. And I love that for all of us involved. I'm just using, I don't think this shit does anything, it's just water in a spray can, but it was sent to me by mistake and I'm gonna use it. Like, I didn't pay $20 for a can of water. A can of water landed on my doorstep, so I'm using it. And the last item is this e.l.f. like lip mask. You cannot see that, I apologize. I'm gonna smear this on, and then we're gonna take the last third of this conversation back into the bedroom so I can yell at you properly. Okay, that's my skincare. Okay, I'm in bed now. Where did I leave off? Oh my gosh, my memory is so bad, I'm sorry. I have curated the people in my life to the perfect flavor of queer and femmes. And I feel so fulfilled and happy and safe with no strange men in my proximity whatsoever. Very much living my Amamizukan Princess Jellyfish life. I got the box set and it came with a poster that says in kanji, "A life with no need for men." And I was like, hell yes. Hell yes. I want to get it framed. I still have it folded up inside the box set because I want to get a frame for it and put it in my living room. I say all that to say, I've perfectly curated the people I surround myself with to feel as safe and welcoming as possible for myself and for the others around me, because we all have, I don't know a single femme or like femme presenting person that hasn't had some sort of strange interaction with like a man, right? And I was so sure throughout the night that I was just having a nice little simple time, enjoying the company of someone that I just newly met, like making a new friend or something, you know what I mean? But towards the end of the night, it was like little droplets of, I don't think this is going how I think it was supposed to be going. I'm not trying to like pause and space out on purpose. It wasn't anything like horrible, terrible, but it's been so long since something like this has happened that I'm just like kind of taken aback by it. He excused himself to go get another drink or something from the bar, and his hand was like on the small of my back and like ghosted over my ass, and I was like, I don't know if you did that on purpose or not. I don't know if you did that on purpose or not, but I don't know how to feel about it. and and that happened like twice, and I was like, girl, what the fuck's going on here, you know? And then at the end of the night, everybody's like saying their goodbyes. We're all like giving the birthday girl hugs, telling her goodnight, everything. I'm saying my goodbyes to my family members, letting everybody know that I'm heading out. A few of us were like, is there an after party? I still got a little bit more party in me. It's only midnight. But it didn't seem like there was an official after party at least. And if there wasn't like an official after party, I didn't want to go out anymore, you know? I still have stuff I have to do tomorrow. Filming this video is like a poor decision, but here we are. He and I were like, is there no function after this? What do? And I was saying like, if there's nothing really going on, I'm probably just gonna head home because I got more shit to do tomorrow. And he was like getting very close, like leaning on my shoulder, and I was just like, huh, what's happening? Talking in a low voice. You already know the unfortunate vibes, the rancid vibes. And I was like, I'm a little too acoustic for these unclear signals that are being sent. But I have been in situations enough times to know that this is strange. And so I was saying that I was more likely just gonna head home since I have a lot that I have to do in the morning. And like as I was explaining this, he was like standing directly in front of me, but like very close. Like, I don't know if I'm in frame, the camera's very far away from me, but like very close to me. And I was just like, I think I'm gonna head home. And like, as I don't remember what he said or in reply, like, oh, that's unfortunate, something along those lines or something. But he like winked, I think. Again, I'm really bad at picking up on stuff like that. One, because I don't have any men in my life like anymore, so I'm not used to like flirtations. And I'm on the spectrum, so if someone is not clear with me, I'm just like, this person's acting a little weird, and I have to like piece it together afterwards. So it's like a combination of that and me piecing this together like after I left, and that's when I was like, I think I'm gonna tell people about this interaction. But he was like, blah, 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 and he like winked, and I was like, huh? You know? Like, this is not the vibe I was getting at all throughout the night. This is coming out of, for me at least, this is coming out of nowhere. So I was just kind of like, okay. And so I was like, okay, bye-bye. And so I was very politely trying to give a hug goodbye. And again, his hand was like on the small of my back. And I was like, I don't know how to feel about this. I'm leaving. And so I said goodbye to the birthday girl one last time. And then I was going to my car, and then sprinklers came on. So I was trying to not prance through the wet grass because I would have fucking broke my ankle. But I was very happy to see sprinklers come on. I was like, la 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 la, as I was walking to my car. And then I got to my car, and I came home, I made it home safely, and then I was like, mother, something strange happened. And so I was telling this to her, and I was telling her that I'm gonna ask my cousin tomorrow when I see her, the birthday girl. I don't know if I mentioned our relation earlier, but I told my mom that I was gonna tell my cousin all of what I'm telling you right now tomorrow when I see her at the family gathering, because they went to school together, and that's how he knows her. So I'm gonna ask her if she has any extra details on this person, because I'm like, I was getting a particular vibe and I was completely wrong, and I can't tell if it's because he was hiding his intentions, if my acoustic senses were fucking with everything, or if my senses were off because I just for real don't have any men in my life, so I don't easily pick up on that sort of stuff anymore. It could be any of the three. It could be a secret fourth option. I don't know. So I was just kind of like, that was strange, and I need more perspectives. So I'm gonna ask the person that knows him better if any of this adds up for his behavior or not. So that was I. Beyond this, I had a great time. The entire party was a great time. Everyone was lovely. I was so happy to see so many people I haven't seen in a while. All of that good stuff. It's just that was odd and it stood out to me. So I was like, I gotta talk about this. And also, like, from what he was telling me, he's like a model and also like into fashion, and that's cool and everything, but I at no point in my dating life want to date a fashion nigga. I'm the fashion nigga. I do not want to date another fashion nigga. If anyone's gonna be dressing their ass off, it's supposed to be and will only be me. um I and it's not even like a pride point or anything. I don't like the vibe I get from a lot of, especially like Western fashion enthusiasts are a little rancid, and I'd rather just not deal with it at all. Like brand enthusiasts, or like certain brand truthers, that sort of thing. I'd rather not deal with it at all. So I was like, I'm so sorry. This was whatever you considered would work out is actually not going to work out at all. I am unfortunately a bitch, and I need to be the best dressed bitch in a pairing at all times. Womp womp. That's not something I'm willing to compromise on unless you're like a particular bassist from a particular visual K band. Unless you are a boogie from Jiluka, you are not allowed to dress on par or outdress me. Womp womp. A girl has standards. What can I say? That's also like my ideal type of guy is not something that I will easily find out and about to begin with. Like, do you see 80s glam rock band members? Do you see visual K band members? Do you see like that sort of over the top alt presentation? Like, that's what I like. Long hair, full beat, black silver hardware, potentially plays an instrument. Very particular vibes, my perfect flavor. And I accepted long ago that I'm not gonna come across that easily, if ever. So it is what it is. I'm so sorry, person from party. You're not meeting those rigid parameters either. It kind of sounds like I'm making digs at them now, but that's not the case. Maybe it is. I don't know. I still don't understand what the vibe was. It shifted so suddenly maybe it wasn't a sudden shift. Maybe, like I said, I don't know if I'm like picking up on things incorrectly / late or what, but it's whatever. I'm gonna go to sleep because, like I said, I have a whole other 2 things to do tomorrow. It never ends. Thankfully, this is my last like social thing for the month of July, so I have the next 2 weekends to just decompose in my bed and not talk to people. And I'm looking forward to that so much. So with that, I will leave you. I'm gonna go to bed because I have a long day ahead of me tomorrow. I don't know when I'll update the next part of this vlog. So just in case I don't at all, thank you for watching and I will see you next time.